Arsenal star Leandro Trossard aims cheeky dig at Gary Neville after Fulham victory. Subscribe to our channel to get daily Arsenal breaking news and analysis through voice. Listen to the news and let us know what kind of news you want in the comments. Let's get to the main topic. Arsenal are one of the best teams in Europe at set pieces, despite some criticism from TV pundits such as Gary Neville and their rival supporters. Arsenal forward Leandro Trossard has fired a cheeky dig at Gary Neville following his winner against Fulham on Saturday evening. The Gunners had not won at Craven Cottage in their last two visits, but the Belgians' back post finish ensured that Mikel Arteta's side would hold on to top spot, regardless of the result between Liverpool and Man United on Sunday afternoon. Arteta's team have built up an impressive reputation from set pieces in recent seasons and are widely considered the most efficient side in the Premier League, if not Europe, both attacking and defending. Arteta's team have built up an impressive reputation from set pieces in recent seasons and are widely considered the most efficient side in the Premier League, if not Europe, both attacking and defending. United great Neville was, meanwhile, one of those who was critical of the Gunners' approach last season, though did acknowledge their injury struggles at the time. He felt that Arsenal had become too reliant on set pieces in their battle with Liverpool to win the Premier League title. The Gunners dropped points against West Ham United, missing out on a vital opportunity to close the gap to Arne Slot's eventual champions. The Sky Sports pundit said, "Questions will start to be asked, because it was that type of season where you think it was up for grabs. Arne Slot has come in as the new manager, Jurgen Klopp's left. I certainly felt there would be a drop-off at Liverpool, but Slot has been such a cool customer from day one. He's in complete control. Arsenal have become quite rigid. They've become quite turgid at times to watch. This obsession with set pieces, which was overtaking their whole game, exacerbated by this presence of their set-piece coach on the touchline, which puts more focus on set pieces. It's like, no, the freedom's gone a little bit from them. I know that they've lost Saka, and I know that they've lost Jesus, and I know they've lost Havertz, which are big blows. I mean, let's be clear, that is a big problem for Arsenal. But I still think you've got to do that job yesterday against West Ham at home." After netting the winner against Marco Silva's side, Trossard swiftly fired a cheeky dig on social media, hitting back at those critics, writing, "Everyone loves a good set piece, right?" Winking emoji. Arsenal's title rivals Liverpool take on Man United at Anfield on Sunday afternoon, with the hosts looking to stop their run of 3 games without a win. Arsenal winger Leandro Trossard could not resist aiming a cheeky dig at Gary Neville after inspiring his side to a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Fulham at Craven Cottage. The Belgian forward, who has become one of Mikel Arteta's most reliable performers this season, once again delivered when it mattered most, and his post-match remarks sent a subtle but clear message to one of English football's most outspoken pundits. Trossard's winner ensured Arsenal maintained their position at the top of the Premier League table, edging past a stubborn Fulham side who had made life difficult for the visitors throughout the evening. Arsenal had to dig deep, display patience, and find quality in key moments, and Trossard once again proved to be the difference maker with his intelligence, movement, and clinical touch inside the box. But it was after the game that he caught everyone's attention, taking the opportunity to respond to recent criticism from Gary Neville. Neville, known for his honest and often harsh assessments, had previously questioned Arsenal's ability to sustain their title challenge under pressure. He suggested that the Gunners lacked the ruthless streak needed to grind out wins when the football wasn't flowing freely. Trossard's late goal and Arsenal's disciplined defensive display directly contradicted that theory. When asked about the team's mentality after the match, Trossard smiled and remarked that Arsenal were showing exactly what certain pundits said they couldn't. It wasn't a direct attack, but everyone watching knew exactly who the comment was aimed at. His words, dripping with humor and confidence, encapsulated the mood around Arsenal's camp. This was a team that not only believed in themselves, but was ready to use outside criticism as motivation. For Trossard, the night was particularly sweet. The Belgian has faced his own share of doubters since moving from Brighton to Arsenal. Many questioned whether he could make the step up to a side competing for major honors, but he has silenced those doubts time and again. His versatility, sharp football intelligence, and finishing ability have made him indispensable for Arteta. Against Fulham, he played with the composure of a player who knows his value. He pressed tirelessly, tracked back to support his fullback, and showed bravery in the final third. When his chance came in the 68th minute, he was ruthless. Bukayo Saka's corner was flicked on by Gabriel Magalhaes, and Trossard was there at the back post to tap home. It was a poacher's finish, simple in execution, devastating in effect. Arsenal held their shape perfectly after taking the lead, limiting Fulham to half chances and long-range efforts. The defensive partnership of William Saliba and Gabriel once again stood firm, while Declan Rice controlled the midfield like a general orchestrating every phase of play. At the final whistle, Arteta's fist-pump celebration said it all. This was a victory that spoke volumes about Arsenal's growth. And when Trossard later delivered his cheeky post-match comment, the message was clear. Arsenal were not just entertainers, they were fighters. Inside the Arsenal dressing room, the mood was jubilant. Players congratulated Trossard for his decisive goal, but they also shared in the satisfaction of proving critics wrong. Arteta has been building this mindset for years, a mix of humility, hunger, and quiet defiance. His side no longer collapses under pressure or allows outside opinions to define them. Instead, they use those narratives as fuel. Gary Neville, for his part, has long been one of Arsenal's toughest critics. Earlier in the season, he questioned whether Arsenal had learned from last year's title collapse, suggesting they might falter again when it mattered most. But the Fulham match offered the perfect counterargument. This Arsenal side is more balanced, more mature, and far more ruthless than before. They win ugly when needed, something Neville often said they couldn't. Trossard's response highlighted the evolution not only of Arsenal as a club, but of the players themselves. The team has embraced the role of proving people wrong. They're no longer seeking validation from pundits or rivals. Instead, they're focused on results, consistency, and collective belief. Trossard's jab was playful rather than bitter, but it carried weight. It reflected a dressing room that feels vindicated. Arsenal have been labeled many things: naive, inconsistent, fragile, yet with every hard-fought win like this one, those labels fade further into the past. This was not a free-flowing attacking exhibition, but it was exactly the kind of performance champions deliver when the spotlight is brightest. Trossard's post-match interview also showed another side of him, the confidence of a player comfortable in his own skin and proud of his team's progress. "We just keep doing our thing," he said. "People can talk, but we're focused on ourselves. We know what we're building here." That single line summed up everything Arsenal fans wanted to hear. The team isn't driven by outside noise anymore. They're driven by ambition, unity, and a shared belief that this could finally be their season. Gary Neville, to his credit, may even respect that. The former Manchester United captain has often said that teams that respond to criticism on the pitch rather than in interviews earn his admiration. And that's exactly what Arsenal did. They didn't respond with words alone. They responded with a win. For Mikel Arteta, it's another sign that his methods are working. Every player, from the experienced stars to the rising talents, understands their role. Trossard, once seen as a squad option, has evolved into a key figure. His adaptability allows Arteta to switch formations seamlessly, while his technical precision and game intelligence make him invaluable in tight matches. His knack for scoring crucial goals has been vital this season. But what stands out most is the spirit within the team. Declan Rice's leadership, Martin Odegaard's creativity, Bukayo Saka's fearlessness, All are feeding into a culture of accountability and ambition. Arsenal now look like a team capable of navigating every kind of challenge. The dig at Neville wasn't about ego, it was about pride. It was about reclaiming the narrative that Arsenal are too soft, too pretty, or too inexperienced. That perception no longer fits. Arsenal's football is still beautiful, but now it comes with steel, resilience, and attitude. Even the most neutral observer would admit that performances like this show the evolution of a team learning to win on all fronts. For the fans, the win at Fulham and Trossard's cheeky response were deeply satisfying. It wasn't just about the 3 points, it was about sending a message that Arsenal can handle pressure, critics, and expectations. Each victory adds another layer of belief, and if they continue on this path, even Gary Neville might have to admit